Hello and welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Lucie and I run a small crochet business called BubbleCatCrochet. It has been a little while since I last sat down to film a video, so I'm feeling very rusty. We have a bit of a new background thing going on, which is a great improvement from my last background. However, these wool balls are a mess, a hot mess I think you would say. Because these are just all the colours that I've been using recently to make crochet ponies and horses, of which there have been a lot of orders. So it's not really looking very aesthetic at the moment, so leave it with me and I will improve that. However, I thought that actually this makes a much better background, and we have two friends joining us. We have our rainbowish colour Octopus and something I'm very excited about. Hang on. Trying to knock anything over. So I finally got around to making Red Mill's crochet pattern. Can't speak. I finally got around to making Red Mill's Winnie the Dragon pattern and I absolutely love it. This is a bit of like a passion project for me over Christmas. I was feeling a little bit burnt out. I did take some time off from filming and everything basically. And this was just something to try and get me back into the swing of things with crochet, and it was exactly what I needed. So it's pretty big. I used burlap blanket and 5.5mm hook. I was going to use a 7, but that would have probably made it a little bit excessively large, so I'm glad we went with the 5.5. But yeah, here she is. She's got a pretty moon eyes. I obviously did like the fluffy bits and her wings. I'm absolutely obsessed with the fact that she has like proper back legs as well. And then very long, very floofy tail, but I love her. She's one of my favourite things that I've ever made. I absolutely love it. And this colour is just gorgeous. This is Banat Baby Blanket in, I think it's Mossy Path. I want to say Grassy Path, but I'm pretty sure it's Mossy Path, but I'll double check and I'll put it in the box below. But yes, I think it's Mossy Path, maybe. Obviously not cooperating now. I'm trying to put it back on there. There we go. Ta-da! Anyway, as I was saying, I haven't been around for a little while and I've been very quiet on social media and things. Just had some personal life things going on. Life happens as it does. However, I'm feeling much better and back to my usual self. So I thought, what better way to celebrate that than by recording a video. In today's video, I thought I would do a bit of a breakdown of my sort of most popular plushies that have sold on Etsy since I've had my business up and running. So I started my Etsy business in July. I think it was around the 1st of July or the very end of June. So about 5 full months, which is not a long time, and it has been really busy, like much busier than I expected. So I thought it would be interesting to see what sold the most of, which I was surprised by because I actually thought that the bestseller was going to be something else. That was a little bit of a shock to me. And then I did have like a latecomer, so a plushie that I added to my Etsy shop fairly recently that's like leapfrogged loads of the other ones to take one of the top spots. So another little surprise there. So in November I sold exactly 100 plushies, which is absolutely ridiculous, wild. I don't even have any words, it's just madness. So I usually average between sort of like 30 to around 38-ish plushies a month, which is quite comfortable for me around my full-time job and other things that I've got going on. So yeah, 100 plushies was wild. There was one afternoon where I went out for a meal with my family. We went to a pub that didn't have any signal, came out, had like 12 orders, and I was like, oh, what am I going to do with these 12 orders that have all got the same like shipping date? So there's a little bit of juggling went on there. But I did have some very lovely, very kind and understanding customers who were happy for me to juggle a date around. And as I said, I did have a couple of personal things going on that meant I did have to do some sort of like later shuffles on in December to try and meet my shipping dates on Etsy. Everything happens at once and it's not always possible to do everything. So I did have to sort of take a step back and say, I can't do this, there's just too much going on and I just don't have I don't really like it, so I don't have the headspace or this sort of like, I don't know, I'm not in the right place to be able to do this and deal with everything else that's going on. So I just need to reshuffle things and do the best I can. And thankfully everybody was so understanding and so lovely. So I'm very grateful to them for that. But yeah, anyway, 100 plushies, which is wild because my business is only like 5 months old. So it's just insane. And I only actually started crocheting in April, I think I bought my crochet hook and yarn in March, then got the fear, then started in April, and the first thing I made was a cardigan. So it was a little rainbow coloured cardigan. If I can find a picture, I'll pop it here somewhere. It was terrible, don't judge, but yeah, I made a lot of squares with this rainbowish coloured yarn, and then managed to make a cardigan, and then I made a miniature one for my daughter as well. And yeah, that was how I started. And then I knew all along that I really wanted to make plushies, so that was the goal. But I wanted to get like a feel for how it worked using like regular yarn. Is it worsted weight? I don't know, I never use it, hate the stuff. So anyway, I've moved on into chenille yarn and blanket yarn into the world of plushies. But yes, I will put a few pictures up here as well of like my very first attempts at amigurumi, which are horrendous. So I like to think that we've seen some improvements since then, like with Winnie the Dragon. That would not have been possible. So yes, it's been quite the journey. And then moving into December, still in December, today is the 29th of December, it's a Sunday afternoon, and we have sold, I forgot, hang on, 43 plushies, which is still higher than my sort of like months before the November crazy mad rush happened. And quite early on in December I did put a notice on the top of my shop that I need to take down actually because it's after Christmas, and adjusted all my delivery dates to after Christmas, so like well into January, because I knew some things had happened, I wasn't going to be able to meet my deadlines. So I extended that quite early on, so a lot of people who wanted to order for Christmas, I had to say I'm really sorry, I just can't, it's just not possible. I'm one person, two hands that are very, very tired after Christmas and are having a well-earned break. Doing things a little bit differently this month. I'm not going to sort of say everything that's sold in November, everything that's sold in December, because it's just a lot and it's just repeating myself. So I'm going to do like my best selling plushies for the whole of 2024, or since my shop opened. This doesn't include anything that's sold through Facebook or like Instagram DMs or at markets, because that's just quite hard to keep track of and try and pull everything together. And I really want to get some time set aside today to film this video, so I'm just doing only Etsy purchases. As always, all of the crochet patterns and designers will be linked below. If I can remember the crochet designer's name, then I will let you know by speaking. If I can't, then I will just pop it in the box below for you. A little bit of a surprise for number one place was actually XL Loaf cats. So I'll try and put pictures of all of these here. Let me just shuffle my big head out of the way. I'll put some pictures here. But yes, number one was XL Loaf cats, and I sold 85 of those on Etsy this year. They weren't actually one of the first things that I added to my Etsy shop. They went on a little bit later, because I had like in regular sized chenille yarn, so like I'm gonna pick up one. Black, that's a great colour to show you that you won't be able to see. So like just a regular chenille yarn and a 4.5mm hook, and I always call those like regular loaf cats because I do a mini version as well. Yeah, the XL ones are used making this thicker blanket yarn. So this is the Yarn Smith Snug as a Bug, which I really like. Similar sort of thickness to Bernat Blanket. But yes, that is 85 XL loaf cats. That's a lot of loaf cats, and that's not like including any of the ones at markets as well, which is way above 20 in total. So a lot of loaf cats. This is a pattern by AnnieCarrawayArt. I've also made some of her like other variations, so she has different like colour patterns and things, but I do a lot, and I mean like a lot of custom cats, so I tend to just freehand the colour patterns now. I don't sort of follow like a fur pan. Why can't I speak? I don't follow like a fur pan. I just sort of freehand the design if it's like a tabby cat or something, so I'll try and put a few examples on the screen. Moving on to the second place, this is the one that I thought was going to be number one, which is why I was amazed by the sheer number of loaf cats that I've sold. And that I've made as well, that's ridiculous. But I have sold 49 seagulls, like just the regular seagulls, so that's just wild. I did get to a point where a seagull order would come up and I'd be like, no, not another seagull, I've just made like 5 of these in a row, give me like a cat or I don't know, a horse or something. But yeah, I'm very much back into the seagull love at the moment. So yes, 49 seagulls. And then I've had, how many of the others? The 5 of my more recent edition, which is a baby seagull, so I'll pop a photo on here, and then 2 of the sandpipers as well. So the first one of these was a custom order for someone. Her son was, I can't remember if it was at school or he was starting a club or something. He was going to be in like the sandpiper group, so she wanted a little sandpiper for him, so I made that. That was one of like the first custom colour things that I did really, and I remember thinking, oh, I don't know how to do this. There were a lot of stitch markers involved and overthinking that, you know, is it going to be absolutely perfect? Thankfully it turned out okay. So I sold a couple of those as well. So that's all I have for seagulls. A lot of seagulls. Yeah, I'm still surprised that there's nearly 50 of those, but yeah, seagulls. Who knew that they would be so popular all year round? Next up is one of my absolute favourites. This is the No Sew Wrap Pan by CubieCrochet. I love these little creatures. I've just boxed up 2 of these to go in the post tomorrow for someone's birthday gift. They've been ordered as a birthday gift, so that's exciting. But yeah, these rats are super popular. So I've sold 32 of these. I did have a period of like, I think it was about 8 weeks where I didn't sell a single rat, which was a little bit weird. And then I sort of like scoured Etsy and saw that a couple of other people had started selling rats as well. So I was like, that's fine, because I'm obviously still getting orders for other things. And then in November, it was like the hordes descended and the rat sales like went wild. So I don't know what happened there, but people came back for rats. So I'm happy. I absolutely love making them. They've got like the cheekiest little faces. They're so cute. This next one is one that has absolutely sort of like rocketed up the crochet league tables, and is one that I was totally amazed by. I didn't expect to get this many orders for this. And there's one day where I got like 7 orders for this in one day, and I was like, these take like 3 hours ish at a time, so I need to do some adjusting of the delivery dates on these. And it is these cuddly ponies. This is actually a unicorn pattern by TwistedWeaver. I actually did a pattern test for this. That's how I got the pattern and made this unicorn and took it to a market. And the lovely girl next to me asked if I could make the same like pattern but in palomino colours without the horn, obviously, to make it into a pony. So I did that, and then I thought, hey, that's cute, let's add it to my Etsy shop. And everybody thought, hey, that's cute, let's buy it. So I get a lot of orders for these for custom horses, and I absolutely love it because it's so like fun and interesting and challenging, trying to match a horse's fur pattern. I think the thing with like horse owners is that they know their horse inside out. They know every single little mark on it, and I like the challenge of trying to make sure that it's perfect, especially with some of like the unusual colours and coats that you can get. It's a challenge, but I really enjoy it. So yeah, there's been 30 of these, which was very unexpected, but yeah, just loads of fun. Love making these. Sticking with like a more equestrian theme, next up we have CrochetGrove's horse pattern, the standing horse. Love this. I think the first time I made it, it took me like 2 full evenings, because it was obviously a while ago. I think that was in June sometime as well, and now it's really quick for me. I can probably do these in about an hour and a half. But yeah, love these. I've sold 12 of these this year, so very happy with that. In joint 5th place with the horses is Pumpkins. This is the Darling Pumpkin pattern by TheFarmhouseStitch, and this was another pattern I got by doing a pattern test for her. So it sold 12 of these. Loved them. I remember when like I sold the first sort of set of 6, and then I got another order, and after doing those 6, my hand was like misshapen claw out of Friends. I can't remember who has a misshapen claw. Is it Chandler? Anyway, someone has a misshapen claw in Friends, and that was literally my hand. It was like, ah. So yeah, I definitely just take a break after those. But it's so fun to make. It works up so quick. And I got one of those like giant tapestry needles to be able to thread the thread around the outside of the pumpkin and down the middle so that you can pull it tight. Yeah, and that was a bit of a game changer. I use that needle all the time, so very helpful. Next up we have Anchor the Octopus. I have sold 9 of these, which is super exciting. Every time I get a sale for these, and it'll come up like cha-ching at Anchor the Octopus, I'm like, octopus, what colour is it going to be? So the most recent one that you will have seen, I think, is a custom one that I had. So it was like a kind of rusty colour with, I can't remember what colour it was. The colour's oat milk. for the like the blibby bits underneath, the tentacles underneath. And then the customer really wanted these specific eyes. They'd seen this, sent me an inspiration picture where it has like a small horizontal kind of shape, small horizontal pupil, and then it was it blue on the outside or gold? Can't remember. I think it was like gold around the pupil and then like a really pretty oceany blue around the outside. I'll put a picture on here because I've no idea, I can't remember, it was like a month ago. But that was the most recent one that I did and I absolutely loved that. But yeah, the most popular colour that I've done is Banat Blanket Malachite, which is like a really pretty emerald green colour. Sold quite a few of those, so I know I've featured that on here before, but yes, that one is very popular. And then in third place, I do actually have this colour, is this colour. So this is, no idea, it's like a greeny kind of mix from Banat Blanket, so I'll link this below. And I've sold 3 in this colour as well. I love this. This colour is always the softest. It's just absolutely beautiful. And it's like a lovely octopus colour. So yeah, very exciting to get an Anchor the Octopus sale. I'm now desperately trying to shove that wool ball behind me without knocking all the others off and having to turn around and look at what I'm doing. I need to stop chatting so much because this video is going to be horrendously long. I've just seen how long I've already been recording for, so I'll be editing lots out of this. Next up I have the regular size loaf cats. I have sold 7 of these. Popped some photos here of some of those. I don't sell these very often, but I'm guessing it's because people see the XL ones, and I actually prefer the XL ones anyway. I think they look really cute and chunky, but they're not like too big, so yeah, there's that one. Then we have the mini bees. I never feel like I sell any of these, but somehow we've sold 5 while I've been on Etsy. There's a lot of competition out there for bees, let's be real. There are millions of people, probably, maybe not millions, there's a lot of people selling bees. So yeah, I'm quite happy to have sold 5. Then back to the seagull theme, my XL seagulls, I have sold 4 of these. So I think they are all sort of regular seagull colours, and then there's one that was a black-headed gull that was a custom commission that had like, I don't know what colour it is, it's sort of like similar to this kind of colour for the beak and legs, and that was really, really pretty. I absolutely loved doing that one. It was again it's one of those that felt like a bit of a challenge because it was custom colour, but actually it's not hard. I need to have more like faith in that if I get a custom order of something that's not something that I usually do a lot of unique fur patterns on, like horses or something, that it's not that scary. What is the worst that can happen? Just frog it and start again. It's fine. Then we have the Sundaesauruses, which is a bit of a mouthful. Sold 4 of these, so here they are, looking very pretty. I've had a couple of custom colours, and then I obviously did the one for my Choco Creations that had like the flat topped cones because she makes these really cute chocolate cones, and then all the others were just regular Sundaesauruses with the pointy cones. Going back to CubieCrochet's pattern, I have sold 4 of these no-sew bunnies, and then 3 of the raccoons. I absolutely love these raccoons so much. I just love them. I was a pattern tester for this, and I remember when I saw it I was like, I'm so excited. And it's also got a mod with it as well that turns it into a red panda that I haven't made yet. But my daughter has 3 of these raccoons that she is absolutely obsessed with. She loves them. She has like a clear plastic box that she puts them in and swirls it around like that and makes raccoon soup, which I'm not sure if it's concerning or cute, but she likes it. It makes her happy, keeps her quiet, so it's fine. Then we have 3 of these cats in pumpkins. I don't actually know what I call these on my Etsy, but I'm just going to call them cats in pumpkins. This was again another pattern test, so I will leave the link below. And then this is the unicorn pattern that I mentioned earlier that I make into the cuddly ponies. So I have sold 2 of these in like a unicorn style theme, as unicorns, whatever the words are. I clearly need more coffee. Today is not a good day for speaking. Then axolotls, I have sold 2 of these on Etsy. I have sold quite a few of these at markets, but I just don't get that excited making them. I feel like I'm missing something with axolotls. And maybe I need to make like a giant one or something. Maybe that'll give me the inspiration I need to be like, ooh, axolotls. But I don't know. I feel like because I don't make that many of them. Maybe I need to make different colours, because I only ever really make sort of like blues and purples. Maybe I need some different colours. Don't know. Leave it with me, I'll come up with something to jazz them up slightly. Then we have these fruity pear pals. So again, another pattern test. This was for Vanilla Gurumi. Yeah, sold 2 of these. It does actually come with an orange as part of the pattern as well, but I've never made that, so I really need to make that. Then we've also got We've also got this Peas in a Pod pattern by, I want to say CrochetCrochet. CrochetCrochet is the piece. You'd think I would have just written this down. It would have been a lot easier than relying on my sieve-like memory, but we're going with it. So I've sold 2 of these Peas in a Pod. Then one of my all-time favourite patterns, this is by Red Wings Crochet. This is the Backyard Birds pattern. So I've not actually sold any of the original birds on Etsy, but there's one that is it a blue jay, I think it's called? Blue bird, brown chest, white butt. So I made that into a robin with like the white chest and then an all brown body, and it was super cute. So I made one of these as a gift for my dad, and then a lovely person that I work with bought 2 of these robins as well, so that was very exciting. I did actually want to make a few more of these and list them on my Etsy as like a cute festive thing, but all of my Christmas plans just totally did not happen, so I didn't do any Christmas markets. I had to extend my orders and stop accepting any more Christmas orders, so all of my plans for that, I did have big plans as well to design like a really cute Christmas pudding themed plushie, but I'll have to save that for next year. Be fine. And then just a couple of one-offs. So I sold 1 of Crochet by Jenna's turtles in like a pink and purple colour. 1 times Benny the Badger, which is by Cozy Crochet by Tasha, and then also her fox. I want to say it's called Fliss the Fox. So is it Fliss? Yeah, I think it's Fliss. It's like a standing up fox anyway. Very cute. I can pop a picture of that one here. 1 zebra, which is the CrochetGrove horse pattern, but I didn't actually buy the zebra pattern modification. I just winged it and went with black and white stripes, and it turned out fine. It was like a zebra. It's all good. 1 of these little Loso pigs, which has got to be one of my favourite patterns. It is so fast, so cute, and I still don't really understand how it comes together that quickly, but it's brilliant. So if you want a really cute little pig pattern, go for that one. And then last up I have an Okapi, which was a custom order for one of my friends' friends. The pattern that they actually liked was done in worsted weight yarn, so it was much smaller, so when I did it, it was obviously like, it was big. I'll put a picture of it here without me holding it. It's quite big, but very cute, so that was fun. So all in all, that means that we are finishing this year on around 234 sales, so unless I get any more sales, then that may go up, but I am that's just ridiculous. Like for a teeny tiny small business, it just feels ridiculous. It's wild, but yeah, very happy with that. That is going to be it for this video, because I've got a feeling it's going to be fairly long. I really hope that you enjoyed this video, and if you found some new patterns to try based on the plushies that I've sold, I would love to hear which ones you're excited to try, so please leave me a comment in the comment box below. And also, if you have any pattern ideas for things that you think I might like to try, I have got like a list of want to makes, but I'm always on the lookout for new exciting patterns or anything like that. So if you design your own patterns, let me know and I will come and check them out. But with all that being said, I will be back very soon. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. Bye!